Are we live yet? Hello? Are we live? Hello everyone! How are you doing? Welcome to the full bundle review of Ultimate Battle Machina. Yeah, I'm Thiago, your community manager, and with me today I have Lucas. Hey, hello, Luca.
Hey guys, I'm Luca.
Yeah, let us know, everyone, if you guys can hear us well. We're gonna try to do a couple of things a little bit different today, a little bit speedier. So let's get right into our announcements.
Okay, starting off with our video announcements, we have a couple of videos that are coming out. One that just came out today, and another one that is coming out soon. We have the trailer for the season of the Legendary of Dragons for our fantasy that just dropped. It is amazing, you guys. You gotta go see it. And we will also be releasing a tutorial for Slapshot, which is a kind of a faster and easier way to paint your minis.
Ooh, and we also have someone to introduce you guys. You may have actually seen her already, but yeah, let's officially introduce her to you guys. With you,
Social media, Julia.
yes.
Hello.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be seeing a lot of her in our social media videos, and yeah, she's doing a lot of stuff for us. She's also on the backstage here today behind the cameras. So yeah.
Hi guys, I'm here to officially introduce myself. You've probably already seen me in Lute's Instagram, and I like to tell you guys that if you don't already follow us on all of our social media accounts, go follow. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, and YouTube. They're all loot.studios, so go follow us.
Yeah, and actually, thank you so much, Julia. And actually, the Reddit and TikTok accounts, we have been putting a little bit more effort into those accounts as of late since Julia joined the team. So definitely check those out. If that's the way you prefer to get your content, that's an option now.
And also, if you like Lute's content, we are posting every day on our Instagram account, so go check it out as well.
Okay, so let's get started with the actual bundle. First off, we're gonna showcase our first character, which is going to be, it's actually going to be a couple of characters, which is going to be the Silver Goshi and Kai Maisie, his pilot. So, yeah. I think that the name is actually wrong there. It's supposed to be Silver Goshi, not Silver Gosh. A Goshi is kind of a lower ranked samurai, so that was the inspiration. So let's check out the next concept art is Kai Maisie. The concept art of the Super Goshi was done by Rafael Loureiro, and the concept art of Kai Maisie was done by Victor Augusto. This bundle is all about it is a kind of a robot UFC championship. Anything goes. So we have the bots and we have the pilots and we have a couple of power suits as well because that's fun. So yeah, let's get into the video for the Silver Goshi and see the sculpt, amazing sculpt by Daniel Sanchez.
Okay, just to give a general explanation, the idea for this bundle is kind of having this ultimate battle machina arena of this mechas, because after boxing gets kind of tiring after, I don't know, 200 years of it.
Yeah, if you have robots that can, that they can like literally gore each other to death and they explode, that's a little bit more entertaining. So people end up moving away from regular contact sports. And now that we have seen the Goshi there, let's check out the scope of Kai Maisie by Romário Gomes.
Okay.
Yeah, we should move on to the next scope now, real quick.
For Kai Maisie, while we're getting that figured out, just an explanation about this. Okay, great. About these two characters, they're kind of like our top technology models for this battle. They'll be fighting the next mini, which we'll showcase soon. But they're kind of this Japanese-inspired mecha and pilot.
Yes, so let's check out because we have a lot of models to actually show to you guys today. So let's actually check out the sculpts here. Ooh, and I think we may not actually have the one of the lights positioned properly. Let's see here if we can get a little bit more light onto this model.
Okay. Because I think
Yeah,
one
there we
thing
go.
that's
Yeah, this is a big model, and that is something to say about this bundle in general. We have a lot of large models in this bundle. I think of all Lutz bundles, this is the one of the that is packing the most large models. And you can see the beautiful sculpt of the our little robot samurai here with the with a big explosion here on the base. And the explosion, one of the reasons for the explosion is that we wanted a very dynamic pose for the Goshi here, and we needed something to balance the base basically. Let me yes. We're gonna showcase a couple of things here. And oh, there we go. I think this is a little bit better for you guys to see, right?
give us this moment because we're kind of figuring out the overhead camera over here.
Yeah, we're having a couple. Yeah, I think it's a little bit dark, but I think it's good. Okay, let us know if the image is good. If you guys can see all of the amazing details, and we actually have. Let me show the controller, the pilot for the or samurai robot here, which is Kai Maisie. And yeah, I love this character. I love the hairstyle. I love the face. I love the base this time is very, very creative. He has like all of the screens that he needs to pilot the robot.
Absolutely love the Tuscan spy, like the Oni tusks on his face as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. This character is just on point. The hair, the jacket, the mask. This one is just amazing. And this one again sculpted by Romário Homes. I'm not sure if it's Homes or Homes, but I'm gonna go with Homes for now. So yeah, these are our first two characters, and actually our first bust as well. Let's just show the bust real quick. And yeah, we decided to do a bust of one of the robots this time. You know, it's just a little bit. It's going to be a little bit easier to paint this than to paint the full 75mm scale. And this one is really, really nice, you guys.
It looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I love the stylized pauldrons here, made to deflect like it protects the core, his functioning core here with his head.
Exactly, and the model's design is kind of designed after like the Goshi, like the samurai, like the whole armor of that.
You take samurai armor, you make it sci-fi, and you turn it up to 11.
Exactly.
Okay, so next up, let's check out our next character, which is actually a returning character. I don't know if many of you guys remember Jeff Musk. I'm not gonna show this one to you guys right now on the overhead camera, but this is Jeff Musk from our previous bundle, Neon Street 3K, and that villain is coming back, kind of Lex Luthor style, piloting his own power armor. So let's check out the Jeffinator.
The Jeffinator, also called the Golden Musktron, in our description.
We had a couple of like really, really good names running for this one. The concept art for this one was done by Danilo Franco, and the sculpt, which you guys are going to see right now, was done by Victor Prado. So let's check out the sculpt for the Jeffinator.
Okay.
And this is your classic rich guy, thinks he can do anything he wants, buys himself a power suit, and joins a ultimate fighting championship, right? So yeah, Jeff Musk is another like very, very dynamic pose. We do have some awesome poses here with us in this bundle. And Jeff Musk is, I don't quite understand why, but he's not wearing a helmet. And I think that's a recipe for disaster. But,
I mean, he doesn't want to win the fight. He wants the recognition of just how amazingly powerful and high-tech his suit is. So you can't do that without showing your face a little bit.
Yeah, so let's check out the... Ooh, Are we ready to show off the sculpt here? I think we're still solving a couple of things with the overhead camera. So just a second, you guys. And we're good? Okay, we're good. Let's show. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And this is the Jeffinator, again, in an amazing pose. And I love like how creative our team is getting with like getting multiple support points, multiple contact points between the model and the base with the like really dynamic poses, right? So we have like this kneecap protector here that on the right leg just serves as a contact point for, you know, the destroyed battleground. I just absolutely love it. And I absolutely love, you know, the kind of connection here. And if you notice, he does have his arms here and he can control the, you know, the big robot arms. But I think those are actually like little guns, little pistols, right?
Yeah, the way we kind of represented that on the stat block is kind of two stun guns he uses to like turn off the robots to actually show off his fighting.
Yeah, and I think another thing to notice here is that the left fist is closed, but the right fist is extended. It's like a rocket fist, right? Or like a spring-loaded fist,
Yeah.
a spring-loaded punch, right? It's like it's probably it packs quite a wallop that punch, right? And I just love how dynamic this pose is. And this is the Jeffinator, again, coming back to making a reappearance after our Neon Street 2K bundle. So yeah, let's move on to our next character.
Okay, moving on to our next character. We have a couple of characters. We have the mecha, which is the Serpent Sakyo, and we also have...
Let's transition to the other screen, please.
We also have her pilot, the Hikari mask. The Serpent Sakyo is kind of this Echina kind of based
Transition.
mechanoid. And the concept for the Serpent was done by Francisco Ferreira, and for the Hikari mask, it was also done by Francisco Ferreira, which we're showing off right now a little bit. There we go. That's a sculpt of the Serpent Sakyo, sculpted by Caio Bellucci. And soon we'll show the sculpt for the Hikari mask, also sculpted by Caio Bellucci.
Yes, and this is a very interesting character combo, right?
Okay.
And I think we went for interesting character combos with the pilots and the battle bots, the mecha, however you want to call them. I don't think we can actually call them mechs because I think mechs, the term mech is actually like copyrighted or trademarked or something like that.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's one of those things.
They are mechanists.
Yes, and I think we actually call them mechanas in the stat blocks, right? So yeah, let's showcase the actual sculpt here while you talk about it, Luca.
Okay, absolutely. You have this very showy, very high-tech kind of machina, which the whole concept behind her is firstly this Echina kind of half woman, half serpent pose, and she's building all different types of weapons here. She has a maul, she has a fan, she has like two swords that are crossing on top of her mask. And we have to talk a little bit about this mask because we're gonna show it off because this is the
I don't think it's the exact same mask. I don't think it's the exact same mask, but
Yes.
we do have a mask to show you guys later today.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is an interesting combo of character. Let me get Hikari here. So this is a very, even for a for a battle bot, for a mechana, for a combat bot of any kind, this is a very elegant looking character, right?
Absolutely.
But for if we go for Hikari here, which is our other sculpt, you guys are gonna notice that she's not that elegant. She's much more of a tomboy, right? So that was the combo we were going for. I think Hikari kind of uses her robot as a mask to hide her, kind of hide herself behind, right? She's a little bit more, tomboyish, not as girly as her fighting bot would lead you to believe. So yeah, let's move on to our next. Oh, actually, we do have a bust of Hikari here, which is awesome, awesome, absolutely lovely, awesome sculpt by Kai Bellucci. And I love the mask here, and I love all the little details, like the mask that you can actually see through the eyes, as if she actually wears the same mask as her robot. The little teddy bear there, it's absolutely lovely.
She even has like the two daggers to represent the two swords of the serpent on her back.
Yeah. And all of the pilots, they have different ways of controlling the mecha, right? The bots. So for instance, the one we showed you guys before, Kai Meizi has a bunch of screens, has kind of a power glove, but Hikari is more hands-on. So probably whenever she moves the scepter, she can control the movements of the serpent. So yeah, that's the connection there. So yeah, let's move on to our next character. We are kind of blasting through them today. And let's talk a little bit about Igor Destroyer, or kind of military themed combat bot, or military themed machina. And he has, and you guys are seeing the concept art there by, I don't want to mispronounce his name. Do you know the right way to
I do.
Okay, say it.
I'm
You
gonna
say it.
quiz you on it first.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Tarek Moutran. So that's some concept art by Tarek Moutran. Just as the next character, which is the Igor's pilot, Lieutenant Jane, was also done by Tarek Moutran. So yeah, that's the pilot. This is more of a military team bot. Let's showcase the actual scopes there. For the Igor Destroyer, the sculpt was done by Gustavo Gliss,
Yes.
and Lieutenant Jane was done by Mateus Baboni. So yeah, amazing sculpts. You guys all probably got the reference. Lieutenant Jane. I actually I think her actual name, we made it G.I. Jane. So that's her actual last name. So yeah, that's the reference. And she's a much more. There are some safety concerns when you have this character, this particular bot in the ring, right? It is very, very effective, but you probably don't want to have your audience anywhere near it, or you want to erect some, safety glass.
We hope that Thunder Octagon is kind of protected after this absolutely.
Yeah, it needs to have some energy shields or something. But big burly robot with big guns, a lot of bullets, and if the bullets are not enough, a couple of missile launchers, probably a rocket fist.
Just to spice it up, kind of.
It doesn't even have like a head. It's just basically, it's a walking tank, right?
Yes.
It's just walking battle armor.
And I love the shape. I love how like non-human it kind of is, like an egg shape, kind of to show off the tankiness of it all.
Yes, and it does have a bunch of, the base here has a bunch of destroyed, previously destroyed robots. Yeah, so that's gonna be a fun one. And you can see here that Lieutenant Jane is in the same pose as her robot. So that's how she controls it, with a big power glove thing, a power plate bracelet, power gauntlet. I'm not quite sure how to call this.
No clue.
And you can see like the whole equipment, how this works. And we have tried it to make it so all of the pilots can be used as independent characters. So if you want to make this an energy weapon of some kind, that would work as well. So yeah, these are military themed characters for this bundle. And I think we are done with this character. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, moving on to, and this is one of my favorite minis for this bundle. We have Arms or Fourarms, depending on how you read it, and their pilot Tony Stone Dunn. which is kind of this four-armed model kind of robot that mirrors like the efficiency of the fighter and the pilot that controls it, which is like an old school pugilist with
Yeah, it's,
adapting
it's
to the
an
new.
old school boxer. It's
Yes.
this character is kind of based on the a couple of different characters from media. Those of you who remember Million Dollar Baby, let's let's the concept art for Fourarms was done by Igor Gonçalves, and as was the concept art by Stony Dunn.
Yes.
And the sculpt that you guys are seeing right now for Fourarms was done by Anderson Pioli, and for Tony Stony Gun, which you guys are going to see in just a little bit, was done by Joe Colares. So yeah, you guys can see this that kind of shadow boxer kind of style. I think the something similar was done in that Hugh Jackman movie, Real Steel.
Yeah.
But we kind of fused that concept of the shadow boxing with the concept of the character from Million Dollar Baby, which I believe I believe his last name was Dunn. So yeah, this is a big four-armed brawler robot, right? Which I think I'm not even sure like what his things are on top of his fists. They may be just be spikes. They may be like little missiles. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I think they're probably spikes just to kind of drive home the hits for the
Yes.
boxer.
Yeah, and this, this is a new chance to fight for our old veteran here, Tony Stony Dunn, and this guy has been through a lot, right?
He went through like in the lore a full boxing career to then kind of go into the ultimate battle machina. So he is the ultimate experienced fighter.
Yes. So again, amazing sculpts, amazing concept, amazing character design. So let's move on to our next character already.
Hey, do you want to cover this one?
Yeah, the next character is going to be Billion Credit Liza. Again, a reference to Million Dollar Baby, another great movie. Concept art by Tarek Moulton. Did I say it right this time?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm always worried about it. And was sculpted by Liza Kamini. And something that we wanted to do with this character, let's check out the actual scope for this one. Something that we did want to do with this bundle was to give you guys a variety of characters. Even if we're doing a bunch of robots, we wanted to give you guys an option of, a big character that is not a full robot. So we give you kind of this power armored cyborg lady on Liza here, which was always fun. We do have another like big power armor with the Jetinator, but that is a large model, and we wanted to do a medium-sized one. So Liza is on the on the high size of medium, but she's still a medium character, and she could still make a totally playable character, which is something that we are worried about.
And it's the very specifically power armor concept to it, with like a one strong, like spring-loaded arm, probably.
Yeah, a big fist, and I think this arm may actually be like a prosthetic, or at least for this fight, this is the prosthetics she's wearing. I don't think an arm can actually fit through this figures in this thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I love the negative space that we managed to fit in. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see all of this lovely detail that Liza Kamini was able to fit into this model for us. But yeah,
Okay,
this is Billion Credit Liza.
Amazing. So let's move on to our next models. Let's cover the first one, who is the BPD, the back punch back, the back punch back, who is the concept behind this one is kind of the sparing robot gone, not necessarily rogue, but who had like too good of an AI.
Yeah.
It was good enough to fight, really, to go against the fighters on the Ultimate Battle Machina arena. The concept for this one was done by Francisco Lobo, and it was sculpted by Daniel Lopes, which we're gonna show right now.
Yes, yeah, this one is, the bots need a sparring partner, right? A very, very resilient sparring partner, something that can take a lot of punches and even give some back, something that can give the pilots a little bit of a challenge so they can warm up for the fights. So it could hand the actual model for us there. And this one is actually based a little bit on this one is actually based a little bit on those, those kung fu training posts like on sparing dummies as well. It has a bunch of arms, it has a bunch of ways of defending itself, and it's just, a three-legged walker thing.
I love the detail of him like stepping on the past model, probably.
Yes, yeah, he's stepping on a broken sandbag here.
Yeah.
Like as if to say, yeah, I'm here to stay. I'm your new training partner.
Exactly. And I love the detail on this one. The kind of not necessarily modularity, but it has that feel inside of the mini with like the little, I don't know what you call this, kind of
Yeah, kind of the
pads.
pads, yeah, the shields here.
Yes, the pads, like the moving pads and the pads in the body and the fists kind of going all around pretty much.
Darren Smith is asking, who are your artists? And I think for this one guy in particular, the concept art was done by Francesco Lobo, and the sculpt was done by Daniel Lopes. But we do have the full credits. I believe it's we post it basically everywhere. It's in our community, it's on our website, it's anywhere that you can check our social media. Whenever we post this, we do give credit to our artists because we think that's very important.
Yeah, and it's good to always credit our team leads as well. Our concept team lead for this bundle is Batman Isis, and our 3D team lead is Robson Barros, who the both of them kind of keep the art behind the project here.
Yeah, they make sure everything is consistent and they make sure everything is looking nice. We do a lot of quality control to deliver this awesome bundle to you guys. And I believe we are on to our last actual character.
Yes,
right.
This is actually not necessarily a fighter, but this is what you end up pretty much when you can't put a human referee on the arena. This is the referee number 123 or 113. His concept art was done by Lucas Leandro, and it was sculpted by Romero Homis.
Romario Homis.
Homis. Yes, exactly.
I'm sorry, Romario.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. It's some awesome concept art. He needs to be a little fairly resilient, and he needs a couple of different arts. He's not just a referee; he's probably an announcer as well for the ring. So he's pulling double duty there, and yeah, he gets to say when the fights start and when they end. And if you don't agree with him, yeah, he can make sure that you get the message, right? And just another medium-sized model, but even for a medium-sized model, again, it's a fairly hefty, fairly big fella. With this one, we had a little bit more fun, and you can see here that a couple of details on the sculpt, on the head plate here. I'll call this. There's actually like a big dent. Kind of like one of the robots didn't understand that the fight was over, or one of the pilots maybe, and they got a couple of swings in. I can assure you, it did not end well for that robot.
Absolutely.
So yeah, another lovely character by our team.
I love the clothing detail on this one as well. It just really keeps the charisma of the referee, the classic referee. in this
Yes,
kind of
yes.
event.
Yeah, you gotta have the bow tie, you gotta have the striped shirt.
Absolutely.
You gotta it's just another awesome character.
Amazing. Should we move on to our objects for this bundle?
Yeah, so first, let's show where the fight is actually happening. And if you could hand that over to me, we're gonna take a couple seconds here, guys, just to move things around.
I will move it bit by bit because we haven't glued this one together, which
Yeah, that is
it is glued. Oh,
no, no, it's partially assembled, I'll call it.
sure. Oh, it's slowly melting.
There we go. So we do have an arena, a place where the fights can take place, right? And we called it. It is an octagon as in the UFC, and we called it. We decided to call it the Thunder Octagon because two bots in, one bot out. I think it's the general idea. I don't know. We're gonna try to make the best of it to show it to you guys. Let's try to set up a scene here. So the overhead scenes that you guys can set up with this is going to be really great. So can we change it to let's just a second, you guys. Can we change it to the overhead camera again, just so we can show off the arena?
There you go.
So the arena comes in a lot of parts. This parts we have glued together, but the arena comes, I believe, in this triangular sections here, and ooh, I did not break it. It is not broken.
Very
I have been very good with this today. And the center comes as a separate piece. And then you have these sections as well, the sides of the octagon, which are separate pieces as well. And you have a little staircase, so people who can climb in and collect the pieces of the broken bots.
I would love to shed a light on the way this was printed. Also, just as an explanation on how we got this this way. This was printed on translucent resin. It was primed over here, where the hard parts of the arena would be, and it was painted with translucent paint. Where actually, what are these? Like the lasers kind of protecting the arena?
Yeah, I think these are supposed to be lasers or energy beams that are kind of separating the bots from the watchers in the arena, and even from the pilots, right? The concept art for the Thunder Octagon was done by David Lucas, and the sculpt was done by Alex Marik.
Okay.
So yeah, this is our big object for this bundle. We did invest a lot into the actual bots. So that's why you guys are not seeing, a bunch of little objects, because we did invest a lot into the large models. But we also have something else, something extra. We have a mask. We have the Sakyo Geisha mask. I do have a smaller. Oh, there we go. The concept art for this mask was done by Igor Gonçalves, and the sculpt was done by Anderson Pioli. And that is an actual mask that you can print and use. The mask comes in several parts that you can assemble the way you see fit. And right above the forehead there, you can there's actually like a separation line. So the big hair piece on top of that, you don't need. Those are all separate pieces. So if you just want the mask, the face mask, that's fine. You can print just that and wear just that. But this is some awesome stuff. I do have a smaller version of it here with me today. It is not even finished. Like you guys can see, there are still some, there are still some support marks. And this is a smaller version that we managed to do that you guys can use as a decoration. This would be great hanging on a wall. And this is also, a smaller, more manageable project for you guys to print and paint. I think this is just one print, right? This is just one piece that you can print. So yeah, this is going to...
These are
Oh, the I think these tubes, right?
Oh, so the tubes are separated, but otherwise it's just a single piece. And this is going to be a much more manageable project than the full-size mask. So we do have a full-size mask version of this. I believe we are assembling it right now. And we should, actually we're going to do the assembly right after the live stream, and we're going to record it. So you guys are going to have an assembly video of this mask fairly soon, and a full assembly guide as well that we are preparing for you when the bundle comes out tomorrow. But yeah, can we bring up the mask again real quick, just so people can see like all the I absolutely love this mask. I think it's one of the best masks and one of the best props that we have done so far, and one of the best ones for sci-fi. The detail is absolutely amazing. I love the detail of like the teeth
Yes.
visible on the cheeks there. It's kind of gruesome, and I absolutely love it.
This one is really fun that it showcases like various actual like horror behind this beauty. Like, don't mess with it, and it's absolutely amazing.
And yes, this is it for today, guys. We do have a couple, let's repeat the announcements. We do have the name of the next sci-fi bundle to reveal. And then we can go into a Q&A section. So yeah, let's repeat the announcements first.
Okay, starting off with our video announcements, we have a couple of videos that one of them has come out and the other one is coming out soon. We just dropped today the Legendarium of Dragons season trailer that is absolutely amazing, you guys. We have never done something like this specifically, and it's really, really cool. Check it out. And we are also just about to release a tutorial on Slapchop, which is a faster and easier way of painting your minis, which is going to be really fun. Should we move on?
And also, we're going to have don't forget about, we're going to have the video of the mask assembly.
Yes.
It will probably go out as a time-lapse video, right? Somewhere on our Instagram and like everywhere that you can possibly imagine. We're going to make sure to release it so you don't miss it. So yeah, we do have the name of our next sci-fi bundle for you guys. And the next sci-fi bundle has a lot of cool stuff. I'm really excited for it, and we are really excited to be able to share some of this stuff with you guys. But for now, we're just gonna give you the name.
Okay.
So Luca, if you wanna do the honors.
The name of the next sci-fi bundle for the next month is Highway Slicers.
So once more.
Repeating, Highway Slicers.
Ooh, yeah, and this one is going to be fun, it's going to be fast, and it's going to be metal. Yeah, there are a lot of models in this upcoming bundle that I absolutely love, and I can't wait to share with the community.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this is it for today, guys, but let's get into a Q&A section.
Before we go on to the Q&A session,
Yeah.
should we talk a little bit about what we're doing with the live stream? What is
Yes,
our
absolutely. I was actually going to get into that. So you guys can start dropping your questions, and as soon as we finish with this little bit, we're going to answer them to the best of our ability. You can make questions, you can make suggestions, you can make comments about the bundle, about loot. It can be, the questions can be about the bundle, can be about the subscription, about loot in general, even about us. I'm not gonna promise you guys that we're going to answer everything, but you are free to try. As for the live stream, you guys will have noticed that we kind of sped through the models today. We kind of did the model review really quickly today. We are going to be trying out a couple of different changes to the live stream model. So one of the changes that we want to do is to make the live stream shorter so that we can engage with you guys a little bit more. So we have more time for the Q&A section, so that we have more time to do other stuff in the future. There are a couple of, there are a couple of things that we want to do with live streamed content in general in the future. A couple of things we haven't really tried before. So if there is any content, any type of live streamed content that you would like to see from Loot, let us know. This is one of the moments where you can do that, and we're going to try our best to see if we can actually do it, if we can actually accommodate you. So yeah, this is what we're doing with the live stream. Sorry if it was a little bit faster than you used to, but I think it makes for a better video in general in the end. Like for people who are only able to watch a live stream later, it's going to be better to have like a 1 hour video than have a 2 hour video for the full bundle reveal. So yeah, that's it. So let's check out the comments.
Okay.
Let's see. Yes, highway slicers, plural, and that's important. Awkward Burp was asking that. 3D printers on wheels. Lordbeard, someone actually made that joke here today. So yeah, we are. The slicers is in another. It has another meaning, but we get it, and it's part of the feel for that.
We have a question from Awkward Bird. Any updates for the new welcome pack yet?
Ooh, the new welcome pack for Fantasy will be coming. I'm actually not sure of the exact date, and we will be posting it as soon as we have that date. I think we were. The reason we haven't revealed more stuff yet is because we were actually finalizing some of the stuff with the sculpts. That needed to be decided, and that may require some alterations to the concept art so that everything fits. But yeah, no new updates. But we're probably going to have an announcement at some point, either at the end of this month or at the first couple of weeks of the next month. We're going to have an update for you on the on the updated welcome pack.
The update we can give is that it's turning out amazingly. It's looking really cool.
Rex is asking question: will sci-fi be going back to space anytime soon? And regarding the live stream, I like the pace of the previous ones personally. Okay, Rex, that's some. As for the live stream first, thank you for the feedback. That's kind of feedback that we want. So if you would like the pace of if you would like us to take our time and go slowly and really go through each model, that does take some time, and that maybe that's not what everyone's looking for. But if that's what you want, let us know, and we'll take that into consideration. As for the sci-fi going back into space, I think we kind of did a big stretch of sci-fi being kind of earthbound, a little bit more realistic themes. We do have some of those more grounded themes coming, but we do realize that too much of a good thing sometimes may be too much, and we do have plans of going to back to space, going back to doing aliens and stuff like that you guys like. So yes. Let's see what else do we have here. Bob this is asking, are any of the models in this bundle optimized for FDM? I believe not. I think we don't, we sculpt for resin and we support for resin, and to do it for FDM would be a little bit different, and our product doesn't really, the quality of our product doesn't really show in FDM anyways. So because most people don't print any of our models in FDM, we try to hold off on that. I think we may be able to do something about the mask actually, and I'm gonna check with the team on that because masks are something that FDM has been doing for a while and has been doing quite well. So I'm going to check with the team if we can release, a full uncut version of the mask geared towards FDM.
There is more. So
Yeah.
we can scale up.
Yeah, so we already have like the smaller version of the mask, which is basically just a mask scaled down as almost a single piece, and we can do something similar to make this viable for FDM. Awkward Burb is asking, are there gonna be sci-fi seasons like the Fantasy Dragon season? Not for now. Sci-fi does a little bit better if we are able to be a little bit more flexible. So with sci-fi, we vary the themes a little, a lot more actually than with fantasy, and that's kind of by design.
What we try to do with sci-fi also is kind of share a little bit of the universe for some of the bundles to kind of connect characters like Jeff Musk. And if you read the lore for this bundle, we also have some connections with Death Speed Champions, for example. So the universe is kind of interconnected, but I believe there are no plans to kind of connect them in a season format, right?
Not right now. So for now, sci-fi is going to remain separated, but maybe in the future. Let's see here. We have more questions. Mini here and there. Lordbeard, any chance for a Space Armada scale mini here and there, or a whole bunch of them? What does he actually mean by Space Armada? Do you mean like the actual spaceship?
Small spaceships or like
a huge spaceship?
Huge spaceship.
What exactly do you want? I think that's the question there. And I think there's always about the doing reduce spaceships for gameplay purposes is something that we can do, obviously. But if you want a big ship, that is also a possibility for the future. I don't think we have any of those in the plans just yet. But scream your anything that you want, just scream your guts out in the community and we hear it. Like everything that you guys ask for in the community, we are very aware of it, and we are ready to we are always ready to provide when possible. Baptist is saying, I was hoping for the mask or the arena in larger pieces for FDM printing, but if it's not already done, no worries. I prefer the high quality pieces. Yes, I think both of those we could do something about them, but I'm gonna have to check with the team about that.
I did a version of 7.5 for the view, so we can purchase those for the arena.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think we can. Okay. I think we can do that then. So apparently we already have some content for the arena some files that we could share. I'm gonna check with the team though.
Solarbeard actually answered, and he means like a lot of ships for tactical games, like probably smaller,
like Battlefield God. Yeah. I get it. I think that's kind of another niche of like that could be that would be like kind of a whole different product, right? Which I'm not saying we're not gonna do. We have been actually experimenting with the idea of launching, smaller sets, something like Journey to Valhalla or Journey to Davilier, but smaller. So we have been experimenting with that idea and doing a bunch of seeds for something like Battlefield, God Armada would be a perfect test for something like that, because it's not for everyone, right? And it's not necessarily what people are looking for subscriptions. We mostly focus on the characters because that's where we are able to shine. So yeah, I think that's the answer there. Rex is saying, I assume you guys are still not going to be revisiting swappable hands. I'm not sure we did swappable hands. We did swappable heads.
We did it briefly on Damnation with like one of the models had like exchanging hands with different
Exchangeable
weapons.
hands.
Yes.
Yes. So for both swappable hands and heads, they do add quite a lot of engineering to make the models actually work, and they do add quite a lot of work for us. So that's one of the reasons we haven't been able to go back to them yet. But you know, people had a lot of fun with them, so we may do a couple of them in future bundles. We're probably not gonna have full bundles focused on that particular feature anymore. But it is something that we can come back to for future bundles. It's just not something that we want to be fully geared towards. Willow Havegood is saying, hello, do you consider have you considered a commercial subscription for a small shop? We have not. We did have some talks about ways of perhaps making it easier for small shops or hobby shops to be able to participate in Loot's community, but we haven't really quite figured out how to do that yet. And we generally don't do commercial subscriptions, so unfortunately, no. Let's see what else. Jose Arturo is asking, are you guys going to make bits like windows, doors, and wall decorations? Yeah, absolutely. It depends a little bit on what you ask. So some bundles, it makes sense to have a bunch of scattered terrain like that. But it is something that I've been pushing towards lately, is for us to do more hit bashable parts, right? Which actually don't take that much. They don't. It's not that much more work for us to do them. It's just we need to change the way we look at our terrain objects a little bit. So if we just do the bits, that's not useful for a lot of people, right? So we need to be able to. So we need to be able to have the bits and have some piece where the beats could be attached to. And then you have the beats that you can use for a bunch of different projects. But you also have, you know, a nice piece that you for those people who want who subscribe to Loot for the Terrain. So yeah. Yeah, manhole covers, yes. Yes, so kit bashing is something that we have our eyes on, and it's something that I've been fighting with our team so we can add more kit bashable parts. And I think we are actually like slowing down on the comments and questions. So if you guys have any more comments, any more questions, just drop them down in the comments of this video or send it to us through any of our communities.
Either the videos.
Oh, we did.
We have. Yes.
So yeah. So if you guys have anything else that you'd like to say to us, you can do it through our community, through our videos. You can send a message to our support team. Like, we read everything, you guys. We are aware of everything that you guys send us. So yes, thank you guys so much for sticking with us today, and see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.